Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Susan. In today's video, I'm going to work on something that was a tag from a piece of clothing. Now you can use tags from really anything, right? I don't know, sheets or blankets or something like that, whatever, wherever you can find a tag, right? So like this was for a throw blanket, right? And this one happens to be fairly heavy and thick. Same with that one. And they're obviously all different sizes. This is also a nice thick one. But then I have just, ones like this that are not anything special at all. So, a lot of you probably already save these types of things. Let me know if you're one of those people. And let's go ahead and take them out and let's start creating with them. And if you don't currently save that type of thing, yeah, maybe you want to. To add with all the other stuff that you save. So what I did with this was I took the sanding kit from Close to My Heart, which included this little block with like sandpaper on it. And so you can use an emery board, you can use sandpaper, or you can use whatever you want, or not do this step at all. But what I did was I glued a piece of scrapbook paper on the front and then just a plain piece of paper on the back, this plain paper that I had in my stash. And once it was glued, then all around the edges, I did the sandpaper. I don't want to do it now because it'll make a mess on my desk, but I sandpapered it and it's nice and smooth and it just kind of makes the paper and the tag, I want to say almost become one, like it's just nice and smooth and I don't know, it looks like it belongs there. So now that I have that, let me kind of backtrack just for a second here. So I did have, I've been wanting to use scrapbook paper, right? I don't have a ton of scrapbook paper, but the scrapbook paper that I still have, I really like. That's why I still have it. And so, yeah, so I want to get using some of it. And this is just some papers that I've had just kind of laying around that I like, that I want to use. So I could even piece some of these pieces together on one of those tags. And I have some jelly printed paper here that I'm going to use. And so that was kind of my thought process. I want to use that stuff up. But what I'm going to do, before I think about what little quote or word to put on it, I also took some laces out of my stash that, well, it's been in my stash for a while. And I thought these would be great to, cut as needed and add little pieces to, this is two different ones, add little pieces to the tag. So what I'm going to do, and I also have I pulled out some ephemera. So we're going to see where this goes. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to take this old adhesive called Sticky Thumb. It's a PVA glue. And what I want to do is, I was thinking, I want to kind of bunch that up. Something like that. I want it hanging over the edge of the tag, the clothing tag. So I'm going to have to make sure it really adheres down. Now if this, oh it is, okay. For a second there I thought that this glue was not going to cooperate, but so far so good. All right, so I'm going to start with that. So one reason why I selected this adhesive is because I think it's going to really hold this down quite well, as opposed to, like, I couldn't use a tape runner, or probably I couldn't use a glue stick. I need something wet that's really going to hold a good amount of fabric down. So one more little spot here. And I think that that's going to be good for that. So that gives me the almost fan type look here at the top. So now I want to put, I'm thinking this flower up here, I really like it. Now the only thing is this is just made out of paper, right? And so now this lace makes this dimensional. So if I put this on here, it's fine. I can just glue it to that piece of lace. But I mean, it's going to be sticking up over here, which is fine. I could do that. Or I could look through some of the flowers that I have and see if there's something that would work better. So let me just share. I'm going to move this to the side just for a second. And let me just share, some of the flowers I have. I have a fairly decent stash of flowers. Now, does anybody recognize these? These are the old Recollections flowers. And they came in bottles, and they were by color, but I have now put them all together. All the colors are together. And here I have an assortment of different things. I even have the little bears, but all these are cheap Michaels. They're probably from the dollar bin. Remember the dollar bin? Oh my gosh. I even have butterflies with glitter. I have some canvas pieces. I don't know. I have all kinds of stuff in that bin. And then I have this bin, which I have a whole different kind of flowers. These are also from Michaels. These are really cute. I really like those a lot. But I have everything in here from cork to a butterfly that feels almost like, it almost feels like rubber, honestly. Oh, it must be foam. That's what it must be, a piece of foam. But you can see there's all kinds of flowers and everything in here. So I could just take something from here. So, I don't know. I don't even know where to go from here, honestly. I mean, something like that is like super big. I could go with like the smaller flowers. This I happen to like a lot because I think it matches the background pretty good. Or I could just really, I could even go like super dimensional. Not that I would necessarily use these on here, but I could go with like these very dimensional flowers. I want to say these are probably, if they're not Prima, they're something like Prima flowers. Beautiful flowers, but very dimensional. Or I could even go with something that has a little bit different color. That actually looks really pretty because there's writing on it that's in pink. So even though the flower is yellow, the writing is pink. I have some handmade flowers. Yeah, so you get the gist. But you know what? I have a feeling I'm either leaning towards this flower or this flower. And I like this flower because I was going to add even a little bit more, like even just that one little piece of ephemera, I think would look nice with this. Let's try it with this. See, I don't think that's like, yeah. So this, I don't think another piece of ephemera would look very good with it. But, pulling in something like a little piece of ribbon Well, that could work, but with that lace there. Actually, I like it just that way, honestly. I think I'm changing my mind. I came on thinking that I was probably going to use this and this little piece right here. Yeah, but I really like this, so I'm going to go with this. So I'm changing my mind on the spot, and I'm just going to glue this down, and we're still going to pick out a saying. And you know, with these, you can use them in the journal. So, you know, you just want to make sure you don't go too thick with it. Right? You don't want it two-dimensional. Otherwise, it won't fit right in a journal. You could do a swap with a friend or some friends like you would an ATC card, right? You could, I don't know, just collect them yourselves. I mean, like I have tags that I've made that like I collect them, right? And then one day when I need a tag, I have some. So it could be the same thought doing these. And the I'm going to say the clothing tags or the manufacturer tags, if they aren't really heavy, you can cut them, right, the corners on the top and make them look like I'll call it a regular tag, if you want to call it that. So, all right, so let's look here. These are old Cosmo Cricut sayings. I'm trying to see if there's a date on here. I don't see a date, but I got these many years ago. So I could do something like made for you, do something nice for someone else. You make my art beautiful. Celebrate simplicity. That's it. Because that's what we're doing with this one, right? We're celebrating simplicity. We kept it simple. We kept it simple. So I'm just going to cut it in half. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to still use this glue. I don't think, you know, I don't really need anything this heavy at this point in time, but I'm going to just use it because I have it out. Yeah, I got too much glue on there. All right, let me get some of this adhesive off of here. Ah! There we go. That works. And I didn't want them lined up evenly. So there we go. Okay. So, you know, I could come in here if I wanted to. I could edge it. I could do a little bit of a border around celebrate simplicity. You could splatter something like this, whatever you want. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave it like this. And I'm going to start working on another one. So I'll probably do this one. And yeah, I'll see if I'll be making a video as I work on this. I'm sure I will. So let me know what you think. Do you have these saved up yourself? And if you do, have you used them? What do you use them for? When I say these, I mean these manufacturer tags. Let me know. Let me know. All right, thanks so much for being here. God bless. Bye-bye.